The more you learn this concept about, forgiving and moving on, I think your life will become peaceful and you will start prioritizing and focusing your energy towards the thing that really matters and is valuable and important to you. Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Ankita, your friend over here, back again with another amazing video for all of you. Before I move forward, I would like to request you, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this lovely tribe. It truly means a world to me. Thanks a lot for all your support and love. Before further ado, let's start today's episode. This video is going to be a little different and more in-depth, where I will be sharing with you a lot of real life experiences. But the reason I'm recording this video is I was just observing certain things around me. As most of you know, walking is a ritual of my lifestyle. So whenever I go out there, I keep on observing a lot of things. Lately, I observed something where a teenage girl in her early 20s was having conversation with a friend, and she was just, having that fight for a silly reason. And back in my mind, I was able to relate to my own time when I was in that age. During that age, mostly we are influenced by our friends. Whenever something happened with our friends, just feel disappointment. But I was just laughing listening to that conversation, and I was like, this won't even matter to you as you move forward in your journey. And really, I just felt like going and giving her a hug and just telling her like, it's okay, you don't have to think so much about anything. You're just wasting your time and energy into the silliest thing. But I was also, recollecting my own time, and I was like, yeah, but when I was in that age, I used to equally feel bad about things. And I was like, oh my god, I wish someone would have told me like all this thing won't really matter. So that's why I'm recording this video. Actually bring some light on friendship, other relations in our life. As we move forward, you will find like what the reality of life is. Because there is also another story that I'll be sharing as we move forward. And you will actually relate to it, and you will find so much of value out of it. So firstly, if you are just feeling sad about friends leaving you, having fights or disagreement with your friends or anyone around you who is closest to you, know that in long term nothing really matters. The more you grow in life, the more you educate, you will see like certain people will disappear and they will go out of your life. This is the bitter pill, but you have to swallow it with love and grace, because that's the reality of life. No one is going to be in your life forever. Sometimes they will leave you for a reason. Other time reality will take closest people from your life away. But that's the reality. Now coming to another beautiful story. I was having this conversation with my father, and I was just listening him quietly, because whenever I go home, mostly I love spending my time with my father, because I feel like a lot of wisdom come through him, lot of life experiences get from him. So I was just listening to him, and he was just telling me like one of his closest friend who died 2 years back. And he was just telling like, he was that person who used to share a lot of things with me. I used to share a lot of things with him, which we were not able to share with anyone out there. So, there are this close connections also in our life who actually become part of our life. And the generation of our father has almost experienced 50 years of friendship. His other friend was telling me other day like it's almost 50 years we are together. So just think, 50 years of togetherness is a lot. It's more than you actually spending time with your partner. So you can just imagine the kind of understanding and everything they share. But eventually, due to life circumstances, death is unavoidable for each one of us. But all this movement also happens in life, and then you realize like what are you actually holding on to? You have nothing to hold on to. And that what I realize, we say like friendship is forever, this is forever and blah blah. All these things are hypothetical, to be honest. We are just one breath away from actually living a life which we are living today. That is just one breath away, I would say. If we are not able to take breath, we will just die. What are we actually, holding on to? I seriously don't understand at times. It is so deep. But once you understand this concept, you will realize like you are just liberated. Coming back to the second part of it, recently I was behaving little cranky in front of my father, and yes, I have seen half of his life, so definitely he is more experienced and he is more wiser, no matter how wiser I come across. But at times I also do the silliest thing. So I was behaving so silly and I was like, I want this and that, a materialistic kind of thing that we all hold on to. And he was just telling me this thing like, you need to grow up from this, you need to see things beyond this thing. And he was just telling me one thing like, there is this god, there is that superpower who is just there to provide you, just ask and you will have it. And he was just telling me like, that what I always tell you, to grow from all these things, evolve from all these things. And laughingly I told him, I know all this concept, even I share all these things with people around me, but sometimes it is so hard to actually take that for yourself when you are in this situation, because lot of things comes your way. It just feels like something is attacking you. But after a while I really felt like, okay, what I'm even holding on to, is it so important? Does that really matter to me? And answer was really no. And sometimes we are so influenced by outer situation and reality that we forget like, okay, we all have so much in abundance, but sometimes that scarcity mindset and the fear just don't allow us to see how grateful our life is. And after having that conversation with him, after crying in front of him, lot of things I just vented out in front of him, and I realized like, yeah, whatever dad was saying, it was really true. I just felt a sense of relief, as if that conversation has just allowed me to see things differently. Coming back to the thing I was mentioning earlier on about the friendship, most of us actually experience the let go thing in our life through losing our friends in life. Because if you go and see, the closest relations in our early age of life is our friends. And slowly we see like those relations becoming bitter, lot of harsh thing we experience in friendship. But if you go and if you reflect, that is the first step that actually teaches you how to let go of the things which we hold so close to us. Back in my college days, I used to be this person who just used to give so much love and just do all things for my friends, to be honest. At times I have kept my family second, but I have always kept my friend first. That used to be my lifestyle way before. But I realized like those friends has just turned their back, and I have experienced so many hard times with them. The girl who just used to always be there and available for her friends, I used to be this person who was always on call with her friends and just talking and sharing and just solving their problems. And if you see me today in my 30s, I hardly talk to anyone. I'm not saying I don't have friends. I still have friends. They are the closest people, but now I only have few of them. They are world to me, but now I call them as my soul tribe. And these are the people, these are the souls. I think I have almost spent 15 years of my life with them. So now they have seen all thick and thin with me. They know me so well. And this is altogether a different relation I share with them. But I know if they need me, I'm there for them, and if I need them, they are there for me. But apart from these few people, I hardly have friends in my life now. Also, there are certain souls whom I met like when I was in UK. My soul sister, she is just a love of my life. But because of life situation, because of lot of things, we are not able to be in touch on a regular basis. Yes, there is definitely a daily morning message that we share, but apart from that, we actually have to schedule our calls so that we can be available during that time. But this is the reality. As we grow, as we move forward in life, as the priorities changes, so does our life. But the reason I'm sharing all these things in depth with you is because most of you are still in your early 20s and you're crying for no reason. It's like you crying over spilled milk. but you will realize it doesn't really matter. So I just want to remind to you one thing: whatever you're stressing about, whatever you're thinking like this will happen, that will happen, how you will survive, the reality is we all came alone and we all will die alone. Other people are just there to accompany you and to make your journey little smoother and to help you move through one place to another. That's how I see everyone in my life now. I know there are days when I also get affected with closest of my relation, either it's family or friends. Later on, I just come to this place and I just make peace with myself like, Ankita, you came alone and you will die alone. No one is going to die with you. So why to worry about anything? The most important person should ever be in your life is you. We all need to understand this. The sooner you understand, the better your life will become. But I just want to emphasize on one thing over here: become that one person for yourself, that best friend for yourself. Because lately my life has become this way. If you ask me today, apart from my parents, I don't really talk to anyone. The only calls I have or the messages I have are work calls. Other than that, I hardly have conversation with anyone, because life is that way. That's the reality of life. But back then, if someone would have told me this thing, I feel like I would not have wasted so many years, my precious time and energy, which I would have used to create magical life for myself. And I have written all these things in detail in my book, Things No One Told Us. There is a chapter dedicated to this thing where I have shared like how I used to be before. That is the most raw and authentic creation of mine, because that book is written from a deep soul side of mine and it is so raw and authentic, which the lessons which I felt like someone should have told me, I have just written everything out there, considering that someone else can benefit from my journey. It is that raw and it has so much of depth. So if you would like to read, you can just order it. I'll also attach the link in the description below. You can just check it out if you wish. But all these things are true stories. This is the reality of life. And as I'm getting older, I'm also realizing like the things which used to affect me before a lot, now it comes. Definitely I have not overcome altogether. I am also a work in progress. But now is there for a short duration of friction of movement. Recently something has happened to me which again gave me a sleepless night. But I was just reflecting today itself and I was like, Ankita, that didn't affected you for long. Isn't that a sign that yes, you are growing and you are improving? Things doesn't affect you to that level now as it used to before. Because now I also understand things differently. Now I don't take things personally, because I also realize like it's also phase, it's also movement, it's also energy. We all are going through our own challenges. No one is doing anything to you intentionally. Sometimes people don't even know what they are doing. So just have love, compassion and grace for everyone. Most importantly, have all those things for yourself, because at times you also don't know what you are doing. Sometimes we don't hurt people intentionally. It's just like something is happening to us and it's just that people come in that radar. So have that love and compassion and just forgive quickly. The more you learn this concept about forgiving and moving on, I think your life will become peaceful and you will start prioritizing and focusing your energy towards the thing that really matters and is valuable and important to you. So I know this was most intense and very different kind of a video, because I know there was lot of layers and depth in this video, but I just wanted to bring this out for anyone who is going through this similar situation, so that you can benefit from this video and this experience. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this video. I'm looking forward to read your comments. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me and inspires me to create and do all these things for you. Thanks a lot for your support. I'm looking forward to connect with you in my next video. Sending you lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.